A chance to shoot right away on the goaltender. And if it's the second goaltender, it's Kira Walsh. Shot, save is made. And a great job by, I believe it's number 52, Kira Walsh, the goaltender for...
But, you know, they whistled the play right there. But I wonder if that ball had rolled in, what would have happened?
It's another chance.
Good. Get some practice on
Zoe Demers,
Good practice
3.
for South in their goaltending.
Oh,
no, it's a shot from behind.
Right.
So they take it out from behind, and here we go.
Not quite a penalty
Got to
shot.
set up, but got to spread out. You see that then the ball goes behind the net, and
looks like they're going to award possession to
Nashua South.
And that's another thing that Central's players need to learn about, getting close to the ball as it goes out of bounds. If you're closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds or closest to the end line, you maintain possession.
Right.
And you saw the awareness.
Wow,
by
now
the
look at
South
that
defender.
difference. That long pass by the goaltender up the field.
And into the hands of the dangerous Ella Benzekri, who feeds it up ahead. Good pass. Caitlin West lost the handle. Now she scoops it up. She's got 2 goals in this game. Behind the head. Behind the neck. Oh,
what a shot. Behind the neck shot. I've never seen that. I've covered lacrosse for so many years. I've never seen a shot like that. Unbelievable.
Well, we believe we saw Caitlin West score that way in the first half, but that was from distance. That would have been something else from Olivia Johnson from about 5 yards out.
I missed it in the first half. I missed that type of goal. The ball went in the net. I didn't see how.
Yeah,
there's a give and go right here.
And the shot. You saw Caitlin West pass it to Olivia Johnson behind her neck.
Yep.
Before Olivia did the same thing on the shot. That's how Caitlin scored her first goal.
That's skill. That's practice.
Yeah, that is.
That's somebody who worked indoors during the winter. Here we go. Restart.
And I got to say, it's fun to watch.
It is.
Especially when it pays off. Number 12 for South, Solil Dubois. In the middle with possession. What's she going to do with it? Exactly 10 yards away, plus a step. Launches, goal.
Score.
First goal of the second half belongs to the Panthers, and it is number 12 with number 12, Solil Dubois.
And they are doing running time, John. There is no stoppage on the clock.
Okay. Running time to begin the second half. There are now 4 players for Nashua High South that have 2 goals apiece. Olivia Johnson, Caitlin West, Ella Benzekri, and now Solil Dubois joins the club. Face off at midfield, and it is not Ella Benzekri this time, I don't believe. Maybe it is. I'm just judging by appearance. I thought Ella was a little bit taller, but see, we'll get a number on this. It is still Ella Benzekri. She was just in a Panther pose there. So it is another violation that goes Central's way on the draw, the opening draw of this next sequence. So Little Green still in the hunt for their first goal. Knock it out of bounds. So here come the Panthers again. And a good long sprint by Benzekri, who specializes in that kind of thing. Sometimes winning the face-off and taking it right down behind the net, she has done on several occasions. Here's Olivia Johnson. Yeah, it'll be an interesting game when this South team goes up against the iron of the league, Tom. In the middle, shot and a goal. Going low with it was Kylie Dawn. She gets her first goal of the game to make it a 13-0 South advantage.
Yeah, and I think it'll be an interesting game when they face North.
Oh, yeah?
North, both teams won their season opener. North beat Merrimack. I haven't seen that in a long time. So.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, so that's I think North-South when they play. I think those games will be in May, mid-May. I mean, a month from now. They should be very interesting and a lot of fun to do.
That's the freshman Madeline Mataluski who gets a chance at the face-off at midfield. Number 4 for South. See how Madeline does. the future of the South Girls Lacrosse program on display here at Stellos. And she wins it, gets it back over the head to Jenna Hamlin.
I always say, if I have a spring sport and I'm coaching, I'd like to get as many underclassmen on the roster as possible. And you know why? I think spring for seniors is the toughest season because their minds aren't completely on the sport. A lot of them. You know what I mean, John?
Yeah.
You know, seniors are tough to get, especially as you get
This time of year.
yeah, especially as you get later into the season.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of distractions. I remember back to my high school days, the spring was full of distractions.
Well, the spring is always full of distractions, but for a senior even more because it's your last time. Now, the flip side of that is, well, they want to go out on a good note, and that's true, but there's so many distractions, you know. Making plans for next year, finalizing those, you know, finalizing getting, making sure you get all your stuff straight with high school.
I saw a prom proposal after the game here the other day,
the whole
Tom.
bit.
When you were on the field covering, talking to the coaches, I'm walking, I see one of those setups where they decorate a car and pop the question.
Yeah.
There in the parking lot at Stella's. There's a shot over the goal.
Over the goal. Maybe was that a pass or a shot? Was she looking for?
I think she was trying to score.
You
Caitlin
would think
Harrington,
so, right?
number
But it
3.
went right to the player behind.
Caitlin listed as a senior defenseman, and she has one of those long sticks. And
I mean, I want my team, with seniors on it, no doubt about it. But because they're the most experienced. But I do want some underclassmen to get a lot of time so that they can.
Right.
They might be,
It's Madeline Madalewski
a
dancing
little less
around
distracted.
defender Zoe Demers.
Oh, wide open. Look at that. Oh, just over.
Isabella Walsh bidding
Wide
for
open
her second
shot,
goal.
and she had a wide open net, but missed
She
it.
did.
So what happened, John, when you left?
Oh, there was a car that was completely decorated. Will you go to the prom with me? And it said, before your Oregon, will you go to prom? It was, I guess, a Oregon-bound senior.
Yep.
That was being asked. It was probably a girls lacrosse player.
Probably,
from
yeah,
Bishop
they are.
Burton.
Yeah, they're going all over the country to play.
Yeah, Oregon is a big-time school too, right? That's where Nike is out there,
Yep.
right? So and you mentioned the Stanford-bound senior.
Yeah, well, junior. Riley
bounces it home. Nicely done. There's a bounce goal on purpose, meant to. And let me get the number of that player.
Is it 14, I thought?
She's wearing a helmet. She just stopped right on the 30. And it is number, I believe, 15.
That was one off, yep.
It is Morgan Preston, junior defender, who gets on the scoring sheet.
She's a junior defender, but she's not in a defensive position now.
Not at all. No, she got a shorter stick, too. So she makes the best of it and bounced that one home. Past the central goaltender. It is a 14-0 advantage now for South.
But that's an interesting thing because that BG girls lacrosse team, that's a situation where I don't think the distractions will be a factor as much because they're really motivated to go out. A lot of those seniors, they've been together for years on that team, missed a year ago, and I think they want to go out with a championship. I think they're focused. That was the focus in hockey. You could tell in hockey that was the way it was, girls hockey. So let's see what happens this spring. It'll be interesting. And we're looking to our right.
Yes, we are. This
Manchester Central.
Ellie Marr trying to work her way toward the goal. We have a whistle, and what's the call? Ellie Marr might be setting herself up for a shot on goal here. No, she's got a defender in her path. Oh, official sets it up so that it's a clear lane to the goaltender. Ellie Marr on the restart. Can't get the shot away.
They don't take advantage of that lane. So South with a good defense. They knock the ball out and whistle blows. And if you ask me, there's too many whistles going on right now. But
I agree. It was Zoe Demers battling for the loose ball.
I mean, when the
Central's
ball's
number
on the
3.
ground, they're going to battle for it.
Yeah.
And I think in this sport, they ought to be allowed to. All right, we got to get a restart, and Central's going to get the ball at the 15-yard line, but they won't charge. They try to get it inside, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, alertly by Bailey Carroll, number 22, intercepted that pass in the danger zone.
Yep, clock ticking down. We're at 13:40 to play.
Gaining a lot of ground here. Bailey Carroll, great job. Bailey down the near sideline. She's body checked and will get a restart there probably. Oh, she must have used an arm to clear out as she got called for it, and it's Central possession. So,
Oh, good battle. Man, I tell you.
they're not letting the girls
Yeah,
play.
girls
as they
lacrosse
say,
is
Tom.
not supposed to be like field hockey with a lot of whistles. It's not supposed to be that bad.
Yeah, it's sort of totally subjective, of course, but
Right.
they're not allowing any contact in this, really.
We saw some
Without a
contact in the BG game the other
Certainly
night.
did.
Yeah.
Some bodies were hitting the turf,
Sure were.
and not all of them were called.
When we do a boys lacrosse game, we will see contact, and it
Yeah.
will be legal. It's a much different game.
And they do wear padding in boys lacrosse. You
Yeah.
see the difference in the attire right away. This foul goes against the Little Green, so restart in favor of South. Running away from traffic is Caitlin Harrington.
Ooh, drops it.
Dropped it, and right there to pick it up, Central.
Almost as if there was a hole in the netting on her
Yeah.
stick, wasn't it? I mean, just she was running and she didn't even have the ball down or forward. It just dropped out.
Sophia Leonard, who's done the best with running with the ball today. She was the first Central
Yeah,
player to
she's got
cross.
some experience in dodging and making some moves around. You can tell she's handled the stick plenty of times.
Teammates need to pick up on that and copy what she's
Well,
doing.
again, it's tough, you know. If
Yeah.
a lot of these kids haven't picked up a stick that often or playing for the first time, they only get 2 weeks.
Sophia Leonard lurking with possession there. Drops
Nice
it into
pass.
a teammate and shoots. Save is made almost like it
Yeah,
was
but there was
after
a
a
stoppage
whistle.
and play again
Another
because there
one.
was contact on that play.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you.
A lot of whistles.
Yeah,
I didn't see it again, what the foul was, but
which is a good thing that we have the running time. Referees are trying to position everybody. I've seen a lot of that this year, where they are talking to the players more about their positioning on the restarts and where they can restart from.
educating them as to the rules as we go along. It is game 2 of the 2021 spring season. Another foul call, this one against South. The restart will favor Central with the player about 12 yards away from goaltender Kira Walsh. Freshman goaltenders for South, Kira Walsh and Audrey Mullaney, who played the first half, was mostly a lonely figure. Walsh getting more action here in half number 2. Central going to go back up top. Corianne Hogue, number 16, trying to make a run. She gets stick checked away. I thought they'd call that too, but they don't. And with it is Zoe Demers running around the perimeter. Zoe trying to launch a shot, never did get a good look all the way around the cage. And the referee has his hand up. They're going to call a cross check. And an elbow, and a right elbow, and something else. So, in other words, an infraction committed by South's defenders. He's going to back Demers about 10 yards away from the goal, back diagonal, as she comes out and tries to feed a teammate. Instead, it's a loose ball. Bailey Carroll stumbles over the loose ball and was pushed. So, South has possession. Under 10 minutes to go now. We have crossed the threshold to more whistles than field hockey, I think, at this point.
Yeah, that's a little disturbing, isn't it? A little
Yeah.
bit, just the way they've had to keep blowing the whistles. Probably frustration on both sidelines because of it. 9 minutes exactly, and now we're under 9.
Bailey Carroll's going to hand this off to Kylie Daw. Kylie will go for a run. Near sideline. gaining about 30 yards, 40, and into Central territory. Kylie Daw got pushed, and that's another whistle. So going to put the offending player behind. Kylie has a chance to sprint further down the field, but she might be gassed at this point. She hands it off. This is Caitlin West looking for a hat trick. 4 players on South are looking for a hat trick at this point. Inside, good pass, save made by Lily Tague-Blow, the goaltender for Central. Squaring off point blank with the forward for South. A bobble by Jenna Hamelin, trying to regain it. And Central defender makes a fouls Hamelin. So she's got some free space to work with on the restart. Cuts to the right, being stick checked by Ellie Marr. Hamelin still has it, goes equal to the goal line, far side. Dancing around a defender, making her way to the middle. Shot backhanded it, and a save made in tight quarters by Lily Tague-Blow. Series of nice saves by the Central goalie, but that problem right there plagues Lily Tague-Blow, the goaltender for Central, just not able to make those crisp and accurate passes to come out of her own end. Fortunately, Central scoops up the loose ball, and they make their way across midfield. Stick check foul called against Madeline Madalewski. Restart favors Central with 7:10 to go in running time here in the second half, and South leading 14-0. Has all the appearances of a game that could end with the exact same score of 2 days ago when South defeated Central 17-0 up in Manchester. On the restart, Madeline Madalewski, who's had a lot of touches today and doesn't have a goal as yet, but there's still time remaining. Cutting to the middle of the field is Vanessa Reeder, looking for her second shot. Actually, she lost the handle
Boy,
as
she
she
did,
went.
but she certainly was allowed to get in pretty close. Again, there's no contact, so you can't. The only thing you can do is try to stand in the lane and block the offensive player's lane.
Yes, and there's power numbers too. If you can get 2 players to stand in their
Right.
path,
With
usually
sticks up,
with sticks up, you can draw a foul if they try to go by you or through
Right.
you. And that's something that Central's defenders, of course, need to learn to do against these high-scoring teams. The loose ball skills are important, and also, of course, the crisp and accurate passing to get the ball away from danger, and then the whole thing about just running it down the field, gaining a lot of ground, will shift the course of the game quickly. The restart will favor South. Caitlin Harrington, number 3, has it about 15 yards away from goal as we have 5.5 minutes left to go in running time. Play resumes. Caitlin Harrington hands it off to Vanessa Reeder and gets it back from her. Caitlin looking to maybe shoot it, gets bumped, and the ball comes loose. Caitlin Harrington gets it back, number 3 with it. Oh, it's in the middle, excuse me, I lost track. And we got a cross-check on the shooter.
Yeah,
Jenna
they thought it was a
Hamlin.
goal, but the goal will probably be disallowed, I
Yeah,
believe,
it was
right?
right after the whistle. Jenna's like, I'll just don't run the foul. I just scored. I'll take it.
Let's see the restart. Let's see if they're
Yeah.
they're almost perfect on these restarts.
You're right. They score seemingly every time. Jenna Hamlin with a chance to get her first goal of this game. Number 16 for South with 4:30 left. Shoots. Save made.
Nice save.
Just catching it out of midair like a goalie's glove save in hockey.
Yeah, those are almost sometimes easier than the bounce shots where the goalie has to bring the stick down.
Yes, and that's why often you'll see players go to the bounce to avoid a nice catch like that.
But you asked the question at halftime, will Central score? And right now they've got 3:56 left to try to do it for
Really,
the first goal of the season.
yeah,
And they have a chance right here. with a restart.
And with it is Ellie Marr, who's threatened a few times. I think she needs to shoot as soon as she gets permission here at the whistle. Instead, she dances to the right, gets double teamed.
Double teamed and hemmed in. Another whistle. Oh, man, I'll tell you.
They're going to call it against
South.
Oh, so she's even closer now.
Free restart right from the...
This is just a free shot on goal.
Let's see.
If she'll take it.
She's number 14. And she goes in. Save is made. Wow, you're not going to get a much better chance than that. The best chance I thought she had, John, was maybe the near corner, the right side.
I agree.
You know, and maybe a bounce shot.
Yeah, Kira Walsh seemed to be, if you're looking at the middle of the net, she was sort of set up to that far side.
Right.
Near side was there available. And Kira Walsh made a right leg save.
That may be their last opportunity with 2:37 left to play in the game and running time.
Madison Berthiaume has got one of the 14 goals for South.
Yep.
Hands it off to Vanessa Reeder. Spin move.
Dropped
Lost
the
the
ball.
handle before the shot. Loose ball in front. Central with it. Tricky pass doesn't go. And scooping it up, as Tom said, may not see the ball come out of the Central end for the rest of this game, which has only got 2 minutes and 5 seconds of running time left. There's a stick check. That's going to be called as well. And it is Jenna Hamlin who will have a chance as play resumes. Number 16 for South in their home whites. A mid-April Thursday afternoon here on the banks of the Nashua River. And the result looking much the same as it was 2 days ago in Manchester, as Central getting shut out. And South bidding for goal number 15, minute and a half to go. Central defender Emma Favorite got escorted into the corner and fouled, and so we have 1:14 left now. Emma to the sideline, gets rid of it. Loose ball. Olivia Johnson is right there to take it. She's going to hand it off. Olivia Johnson clearly altering her role consciously, giving other players a chance to shine here. Jenna Hamlin had it. And whistle sounds with 48 seconds left to go. Jenna Hamlin shoots it kind of casually, but it was after yet another whistle with 30 seconds left. Of running time, Tom. And the good news is you don't have to listen to any more whistles.
No.
20 seconds
20
from now.
seconds, right, exactly. And if I'm South, I just basically...
I don't know how many whistles...
I run around. Just run around and end it.
I don't know how many reps you get with each
whistle.
whistle.
They may not have any time. They're going to try one more shot. Or they're going to run. They're going to run. They're going to run. And that's the way to do it. Just run it out. And there you go.
Phew.
I know.
Okay, so 14-0 the final. Unfortunately for Central, after 100 minutes of lacrosse to begin the season, they will continue to seek their first goal in their next contest. Meanwhile, South will go on to play Keene in a home-and-home series. For Tom King, I'm John Collins, thanking Tim O'Neill. The final score for the final time, South defeats Central 14-0. Good afternoon from Stello Stadium, everybody.